Hello everyone, it's Rajiv and welcome back to my channel Rajiv's Reviews. In this video, I'm going to be giving my book review of the first book from the Kalki Chronicles called The Sage's Secret by Abhinav. The story is the first book from the Kalki Chronicles and it revolves around this character named Anirudh, who is supposed to be Kalki, the last avatar of Vishnu. So the story takes place in 2025 and we see the main character Anirudh, who starts seeing visions about his previous avatars in his dreams. Through his visions, he realizes that he could be Kalki, the next avatar, and he needs to get in touch with Sage Dweepa in order to start his training to lead him to his mission. Anirudh eventually meets Sage Dweepa and they both go to Dwarka, which is now Gujarat, to start their training and their overall mission of good versus evil. In his visions, Anirudh also sees this secret place where Lord Krishna used to go to, where he has hidden the secret for Anirudh to find out. So when Anirudh goes to Dwarka, he wants to find out what the secret is and how it will help him with his mission. But while all of this is going on, there is also this evil clan of sorcerers known as the Kalabakshas, who want to destroy Kalki and get rid of Anirudh and Sage Dweepa before they get any further. So they start monitoring Anirudh during his training to see which is the best way to eliminate him. I really liked reading this book. Firstly, this is the author's debut novel and I think he did a wonderful job in narrating the story. His style of writing is very simple, but it is still very engaging and to the point, so you never feel like there is any dull moment. Secondly, there are not a lot of characters, so it felt like I was reading a fairy tale which was very simple and soothing and charming. Initially, when I started reading this book, I felt a little concerned as to whether I would enjoy it or not, because usually in Indian mythology fiction books like this, there are a plethora of characters with a lot of subplots going on, which I usually love reading about because I feel like the more characters that you have in a book, the more interesting it is. So I was a little concerned that I might not enjoy this book because it only had three main characters in the story. I mean, the whole story revolves only around Anirudh, Sage Dweepa, and Kalanayaka. But surprisingly, after I finished reading this book, I felt like just having three characters and keeping the plot pretty simple actually worked for the story. Because again, I felt it was something very new and different in keeping the plot simple and not confusing the readers with too many characters and too many storylines. So it felt nice and it felt like I was just reading a fairy tale. And I enjoyed reading this book quite a lot. I actually liked Sage Dweepa more than any of the other characters because I thought he was written so well for his character, and I think that he is my favorite character in the story. However, there are a few things which I thought could have been better. Firstly, I thought the ending was a little far-fetched and unbelievable even for an Indian mythological fiction book. I'm not going to give away any spoilers because I encourage people to pick up and read this book, but there are a few scenes like when Anirudh starts playing the flute fluently without ever having touched it before, which I just could not realistically visualize and see how that was even possible. Also, at times I had a little problem visualizing the overall setting of the story. I like that the story takes place in the year 2025 in the future because it kind of tells what would happen if the last avatar of Vishnu was discovered. But at the same time, it was just hard for me to visualize some scenes going back and forth, like when they go to Chennai in modern current India, and again when they go to Dwarka, it feels like 500 years back when they're in these enchanted woods. And again, you throw in these sorcerers with evil powers, which makes me feel like I'm in some medieval land. So it just felt like I could not connect all of these worlds together visually, but I understand what the author was trying to do, but I felt like he could have written it a little better. But apart from these two minor things, I enjoyed this book overall. I would definitely recommend this book to people who are not avid readers and who don't like picking up big books and get tired of seeing like 300, 400 pages to read, because this book is only around 200 pages and it is very simple. So even if you are not a reader but you want to pick up a book and read an Indian mythological book, then I would definitely recommending reading The Sage's Secret. Like I mentioned, this is the author's debut novel, and I thought he did a very good job. And I really hope to see him release a lot of books in the future, which I am interested in reading. In fact, book two of the series has already come out, so I am interested in picking that up as well and seeing how the story continues. Overall, I would give this book a rating of 4 out of 5 stars. If you enjoyed watching this video and my review, then please do like, share, and subscribe, and please click on the bell notifications icon to get notifications on whenever I post something new. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you. Bye.